Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Tyler Rowe. I hope y'all having a great day. So I just want to give y'all a backstory, my journey from playing Division III basketball to becoming a Division I starter, right? I started off at a D3 school, right? I played at Connecticut College in New London. We played in the NESCAC, right? So those teams, right? You're talking about Wesleyan, Amherst, Tufts, Trinity, Williams, Colby, Hamilton, right? So those are the schools, right? And that's one of the top D3 leagues, right? So I'm playing in that great competition, right? So my first year, I got something to prove, but at the same time though, I always knew I wanted to play Division I basketball. That was my dream, that was my goal. I knew I was gonna make it happen. I had to just put in the work. That's really what it was. I had to put in the work. First year at Con, right? Now mind you, I really didn't party like that. I didn't really go to social events, right? I didn't do the things that, you know, some people in high school get a chance to do. I was really just locked in with basketball. So if you get to college and you have that freedom, I was still in the gym, but I had freedom. So, you know, I'm getting a chance of what college is like, just having fun. So with that being said, I was on academic probation. That time when I was on academic probation was really something that I needed to go through, because now it made me realize that I can't play basketball if I don't have my grades right, right? So that goes for anybody, you know that, right? You can't play if you don't have the right grades. I literally was going through that, but I told myself that, okay, you had your fun, it's time to lock in. Season's about to come up, right? I need to get my grades right. So I did that. Literally, I just focused on my grades and I focused on the hoops. Left the party alone. I knew at that time it wasn't important. So that was like my battle. That was one of the challenges that I had to overcome. And I did overcome those challenges. Grade-wise, I did pretty well. So now we're in the season. So during that time, right, I'm getting my feet wet. I'm a starter right off the gate, right off the rip, and I'm doing pretty well. So, you know, you have your highs, your lows. And, you know, when we got to conference play, that's when, you know, I had to really show that I belong, even though I was a freshman. And I proved myself my freshman year, right? I had game winners, 2 back-to-back game winners. I made it in Sports Illustrated. You know, after those back-to-back game winners, I made it in Sports Illustrated. And that was a huge accomplishment for me. At that time, you know, you can't let it get to your head. There's more work to do, but that just shows you the hard work pays off, right? It never goes unnoticed. After those game winners, we're still in conference play. We did better than years before at Con, right? If you know Con College track record, they didn't even win a conference game. We ended up winning 3 conference games, didn't qualify for playoffs, but just knowing that we were improving, that was a great sign. I averaged maybe about 12 points, maybe 3 assists. Personally, I thought I had a solid freshman year. I wasn't satisfied. And then just grade-wise, I finished strong that first year. Like I said, just going through those challenges, those battles, those obstacles, right? It's only a test, you know, and it's just a test to see how bad do you want it. Made sure I handled that first year out the way. Summertime comes around, you know, I'm in the gym, locked in 2 days, right? I'm really working, grinding, because I know at the end of the day, I want to be at a Division I school. I knew that. So I said to myself, you know, this is going to be my breakout year, right? Sophomore year, you know, when you go into that situation, you know this is going to be your breakout year. It has to be better than your freshman year. So sophomore year comes around, I'm locked in, not really into the whole party scene, because I told you before I was on academic probation, so I knew I didn't want to put myself back in that. So I was locked in grade-wise, hoop-wise, that's all I was focused on. Sophomore year comes around, and, you know, I'm in my bag. I turned up my sophomore year. I want to say I maybe averaged about 15 points. Conference-wise, I was hooping. I had 32 against Wesleyan. You know, that was my career high at the time. And I felt like I was really doing it. I felt like I had a great sophomore year. Team-wise, we went 3-7 again. But I will say our biggest win was against Amherst, who was number 5 at the time. I think that was our biggest win in Connecticut College history, basketball-wise. That was a number 5 ranked team in the country, and we beat them in double overtime. I think I had maybe about 18 points, 8 assists. Like, I was hooping. I was top 4 actually in the conference in scoring. Top 4, top 5, right? So at the time, I'm thinking, you know, maybe I might get recognition for this. Didn't get anything at all. Because of the record, I didn't get the recognition I deserved, even though I was killing. That happened. You know, I can't be mad about it. There's just more work to do. At the end of my sophomore year, I ended up transferring. The reason behind that was because it wasn't the right fit. So I ended up transferring from Connecticut College. You would think at this time, right, let's just go D1. Let's just go for it. But no, it wasn't the right time. And the best school that caught my attention was Western Connecticut State. And Coach Harlow gave me the green light, and the rest is history. Once I got to WestCon, I knew what I had to do. It wasn't really nothing to be said. I went in there, handled my business, averaged about 20 points a game, had my career high 38. Could have had 40. I swear I could have had 40 or more, but I got hurt towards the end. 40 plus, but I got hurt at the end. But it's okay, 38, I'll still take it. Had my 1,000 points at WestCon. I was first team, you know, and we made playoffs. We made it to the semis. The resume was built. So I felt I was ready. The reason why I left WestCon is because they had brought in a new coach. The coach was pretty good, very successful, had a resume too, but I told myself at the time, I'm ready to make this move to D1. That was the whole goal, to play Division I basketball. I did my research, I didn't go in blindly, and I knew the school I wanted to go to, and it was Central Connecticut State University. And I got accepted. I emailed the coaching staff. Hey, my name's Tyler Rowe. I'm a transfer from WestCon. I want to walk on the team. What do I need to do? I didn't get a response. Not one response back. So I said, all right, bet. I'm going to go to the school. I'm going to show face. I go to the office, and the head coach at the time was Daniel Marshall. If you know Daniel Marshall, he actually set the record for most threes before you know who broke the record, you know. But he had the most threes in the game. And he was a star at UConn. He was a UConn star, right? So he's the head coach at the time. I go in his office. I say, hey, Coach Marshall, my name's Tyler Rowe. What do I need to do to make the team or walk on, right? He told me everything I needed to do, and I had to do my part now. So I want to say maybe about 2 or 3 weeks go by, and one of my bros at the time pulled up on me, right? He used to go to Central, play football there. We was like, yo, let's go out, you know, let's hit this party. I know where to go, right? And now, mind you, I just got to Central, right? My focus honestly should have been school and basketball, right? Because I already went through all of that. I already had that fun. This is the biggest opportunity, right, that I had at that time. I need to be locked in, serious. But I said, bro came through. I said, let's pop out. Go to the party. Everything's going smooth. And then something happened with my bro and the dude that owns the spot. Told him from what he said, right? Because I wasn't listening. I wasn't seeing anything that happened. He said, yo, you gotta leave the party. That's what the owner told my bro at the time. He said, yo, you gotta slide. Like, you can't be here. Don't know why, but just told him that. Now, bro said, yo, you in my personal space. You come any closer, I'm gonna swing. That's what he said. I'm gonna swing. He got closer. You already know what happened next. So he swung, hit him. Next thing you know, I start to see what's going on. Now I'm in there, bro, and he got his peoples. So it's me and bro versus his peoples. 2 on 10, I'm not exaggerating. It really was like that, 2 on 10. And we still doing what we had to do. So then we lead the party, right? Lead the party, cops pull up, right? We in the clear, actually, so nobody was gonna say that it was us. Nobody was gonna know that it was us, right? All we had to do was just leave the function and go back to the crib. Bro went back. Don't know why, but he went back, pushed the cops. Pushed the cops. Now, you know, you can't do that. Pushed the cops, he got arrested. Now I'm there, you know, because I can't leave him hanging, so I get caught up and I get a ticket. Disturbance of the peace, right? Now I gotta go to court. I had to get him from the station, right? All of that happened that night. Now, somebody had recorded that night too, and it was all on video. Got to the coaching staff. I had to go to their office. I had to handle that situation. I told Marshall it wasn't had nothing to do with me. I didn't get arrested. If one of your peoples, you know, is in that situation and they getting jumped, you can't just watch. Like, you gonna watch or you gonna help. So I helped. He knew. Marshall gave me a second chance. After I told him the whole situation, he gave me a second chance. Now, mind you, in that situation, he could have just told me, we don't want you. You already doing a lot, and you're not even on the team. This was the opportunity that I wanted to play Division I, and I almost lost the opportunity because of a night out. The choice that I made to go out that night. I made that choice. And that choice could have been the end. Everything could have went down the drain that night. But Marshall gave me a second chance. Marshall gave me a second chance, and like I said, I'm forever grateful because, again, he didn't have to do that. He could have said, yo, bro, you're good. We don't want you on the team. You already causing drama. You already doing this. You're giving us a bad name, right? So Marshall gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful. Once he told me that, I was locked in. Hoops, basketball. Hoops and basketball. That's it. I get the opportunity. I get cleared. It's Christmas break. Perfect, actually. So Christmas break comes around. I get the opportunity to practice. First day of practice, I'm killing. Like, this is where I was supposed to be. Like, this was meant for me. I want to say maybe the third day, I was officially on the team, officially on the roster. It just showed that all that hard work, really paid off. I had the vision. God made a way. God opened the right doors for me. And I took that risk, and I turned my dream into reality. I had to really bet on myself. Mind you, nobody knows me. They never see me play. So I'm really just showcasing what I can do. Always bet on yourself. So I made the team, right? I had to sit out because of the transfer rules. That season went by. I got a chance to see the competition. I got a chance to practice and really see what it's like at the Division I level. Summer session comes along, right? Mind you, I'm a walk-on. Never got a scholarship. Again, I'm walking on. I'm not even the main guy that they really want. So, I'm just working my way in. They bring in their players. I'm still hooping. I'm doing my thing. Now, we talk about school year now. The season's coming along. Every day in practice, I'm killing. I'm hooping. I'm doing my thing. They're telling me, like, yo, if you keep doing the things that you're doing, you're going to have a chance, right? That's all you ever want to hear is you have a chance. You have a shot. I got the chance to play. It was against my old school, Conn College. Don't know how it happened that way, but everything happens for a reason. We played Connecticut College. First game back, did pretty well. And then, after that, it's conference play, right? I get right into conference play. Now, mind you, I didn't get a chance to play the first half because of credits. They told me in the first half, right, I wouldn't be able to play because of my credits, but I would be able to play the second half, right? So I played the second half, and like I said, my first game was against Connecticut College. One of my best games was against Wagner. Maybe had like 12 points, maybe like 4 assists, right? We won the game. Like, I was hooping. After that Wagner game, coaching staff started to see, like, okay, Tyler, he's hooping, right? They said to me, you gonna start. My first game starting was against Bryant, and after that, I finished the season, ended up starting the last 7, right? So I went from a walk-on to a starter, right? Walk-on to a starter. My best game was my last game. I had 15 points. Amazing how I was able to turn my dreams into reality, going from D3 to D1, and just, like I said, overcoming different challenges and different obstacles. Bet on yourself at all times. Stay positive because there's gonna be times, right, when things might not go your way. Be grateful because there's people that would love to be in our positions. But I went from Division III to a Division I starter, right? And all glory goes to God because, again, He's given me the talents, the skills, the gift, the vision to be able to go out here and execute. So always put God first. You gotta put work behind those prayers. You can't just pray and think things are gonna be handed to you. You gotta put in the work. God's gonna meet you halfway. You gotta put in the work. And I promise you, that work, that hard work will not go unnoticed. I believe that anything's possible. You could turn your dreams into reality. I remember working at Walgreens and the manager told me, he said, what if you don't make the team? What's your next plan? I told him, I said, this is my plan. I knew this is what I was going to do. So there's going to be people telling you what you should do and giving you their opinions. Mind you, don't listen to it. Listen to your heart. Follow your heart, follow your dreams. And I promise you, you'll be successful. It's okay to start D3. It's okay. Just know you don't have to stay there. You do not have to stay D3. If you want to go higher, right? Just do your research and make sure it's the right fit for you. And again, just bet on yourself. But always put God first too. Always put God first. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Remember that. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. I appreciate y'all taking the time to hear my story, to listen to my story. And we gone.